You're listening to MMO Noobs. I'm Chris.
I'm Rick.
And I'm Keith.
And we're still talking about Lost Ark because we're enjoying the game. I know the little bit I get to play here and there, I'm still enjoying it. What about Rick?
Again, I haven't played for a little bit. I've had other stuff to do, but yeah, what I have played was good.
Yeah. Keith?
Am I the only one that's played this game? I'm the one that's been giving it the most critical reviews, and I'm not caught up to Rick, but I'm up to level 34. And I still share the same opinion, but I've come to the realization that the game is
not wow.
Well, I just need to slow down, and I was so focused on what's at the end of the game that I wasn't giving credit to the story and how things are progressing in the story and stuff like that. So if you don't take the time to enjoy it, you're gonna have the same opinion that I did. But if you slow down, take some time to enjoy the story, it's actually a really good story, and all of the cutscenes and everything look really good. So I've tried to slow down a little bit, take some breaths, and enjoy the journey rather than just complaining the whole time that I want to be at max level.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I said something like, "You got to enjoy the story," like 3 weeks ago.
I don't recall anyone having asked what you said 3 weeks ago, but that's fine.
But I don't get too much time to play, so I do try to play here and there. But I've been enjoying the storyline, and I'm taking it slow. My problem is I keep getting sidetracked and have to do other things. And so if you watch any of my streams, I'll play for a little while, and then I'll put it on the be right back screen, and I go away for like an hour.
You don't put it on the BRB screen.
Sometimes.
I've sat in your streams. You just leave it there.
Yeah, sometimes. I don't mean all the time. I mean sometimes. Last week when
once every 600 streams you put the BRB screen?
Last week when I edited, I had to edit 2 different Be Right Back screens. Now the other day I probably didn't. I don't remember. I just hope I don't scratch my butt or something in front of I'm still kind of getting used to it.
Scratched worse.
Oh, yeah. But, hey, I upgraded my camera the other day, and I have it streamed since. In fact, I got it yesterday. So I'm kind of want to get into back into streaming here pretty soon.
Yeah,
so
I guess you better get that maiden voyage of the camera out there.
Yeah, and you can probably see if I scratch my butt now.
I didn't even see you pick your nose.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping y'all didn't see that. But yeah, I think I got to level 16, something like that. So yeah, I'm not as far as y'all are, but I'm having fun. It's like you said a while ago, definitely not WoW. But I'm enjoying it. I enjoy WoW still more, but it's a good game to play, to get away from WoW, and if you want to get away from people, like these 2 people I know, Reaper and Keith. I don't know if you know those 2 guys, but yeah. Every once in a while I gotta get away from them, so this is a good game to play.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So the news. Now, they had a nerf that happened. And they've had feedback and everything. They're adjusting the difficulty of the following T1 and T2 content to make things a bit easier. The Guardian raids Virtus, Macrocida, Flame, Fox, Yoho, Titulus, Acades, and Albert Hostic. Albert Hostic. And then the Abyss Dungeons, Necromancer's Origin, Hall of the Twisted Warlord, Hildebrandt Palace, and Sea of Indolence. And so apparently a lot of the Korean players who've been playing it for years already, because they've had access to it for years, they said,
it's been out for 6 years or something like that.
yeah, they said get used to it. They do it all the time. They do all these nerfs all the time. And I've also heard that the game really kind of starts after you get tier 3. So these nerfs to tier 1 and 2, don't worry about it. Just get it done and get your tier 3 and really start playing. And some people are apparently pretty upset because it's a new game and they're already nerfing it, but it's actually an old game and they're nerfing it to make it easier so people get up there quicker, I guess. But
It does seem really early though. Like the game just came out, what, 2-3 weeks ago?
For Americans, it
For
came
Americans,
out 6
yeah.
years ago.
I understand that, but it came out for the people that it's being nerfed for, right?
yeah.
No, it's being it's being nerfed to the point where it's like Korean playable. It's just being put to what the Koreans have
Yeah.
or have had.
And some people are upset, say y'all should be working on the the connectivity infrastructure. And they said the devs that are working on nerfing are not the same devs that are working on connectivity and stuff, so don't worry about that. And my connectivity has not been bad at all. Have y'all been having, well, Keith, have you been having any troubles?
No, I've never had any issues at all. It may be a server thing. Certain servers having issues.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't had a single problem though.
I had a problem whenever y'all said that, hey, we were on this server instead of this other server. I couldn't get on that server, but the next day I could.
Yeah, that
So-
was just they were trying to prevent server overload.
Yeah,
So they would lock them up like they'd open them and close them as the day went on. They'd like
yeah,
five or six people would be able to create a character on the server, then they'd lock it and make sure the server's going to be able to operate with those extra people. Then they'd unlock it to add more people. It was just a progressional thing. So that
yes, yeah. Which I totally understand that. So I've never really been upset about that. But the nerf, I understand. Even though it's kind of new, it's still 6 years old. So they're just kind of help people get up there. They let the people the hardcore people really get up there and play, and then now they're letting other people get up there.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, does anybody have any tips for anybody today? Make sure you log on every day. I've been forgetting. I'm about to log on as soon as we get done.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to kind of play off what Keith said at the beginning. Don't rush everything. Take your time. The first time you see them, watch every cutscene. You don't have to read the quest text for the side quests, but definitely read for the main story quests. Because obviously they're going to give you more insight to everything having to do with the lore and such. But yeah, no, just take your time. Don't rush.
Enjoy it. Don't rush. Enjoy it. This game's for you. Have fun.
Yeah, exactly. But big tip when it comes to your item level and such, being in the end game or level 50 plus kind of stuff, is your weapon damage and stuff. Like, yes, it matters, but it's more about the honing of your equipment, doing the gemstones and stuff like that, getting good gems into your items, and building yourself up that way is definitely going to help you a lot more than just finding the next piece of equipment that has slightly better stats. So that's my main tip. Just keep
That's a good
focused
tip.
on your honing of your equipment rather than upgrading the actual piece itself.
All right. Keith?
I don't know if this is just a personal thing that I'm doing and it's completely wrong, but it seems to work
Probably.
out really well for me. As you level up, you get a certain number of points, and you assign those points to your different talents to make them more powerful. And I've pretty much just selected like one or two talents that I put all my points in until they're maxed up, so that those abilities are super strong.
Oh, I did the same thing.
So, like, I can walk into a group of however many creatures you want, and do these two abilities, and everything dies unless they're like an elite, a boss type level creature. So I'd say you don't necessarily have to do it that way, but since it's easy to respec and move your points around, I'd say play with your points a little bit and see what works best, because that may be the perfect way to do a paladin, but I haven't played a gun lancer or I haven't played a sorceress. So just play with your points and see what works best for being able to get around and make your quests easy.
Yeah, on that note, I've looked up some stuff for like different builds and stuff like that, and that is something that is suggested. Like most of the builds will give you a set amount or a set of abilities that you're going to want to train and level up, and it'll tell you to like put in this many points in this one, or kind of like Icy Veins or WoW TBC. How they just give you your skill tree and how many points are in what.
Yeah.
So that's what these things will do, is they'll tell you to put however many points into each thing. And most of them suggest to like just crank the hell out of your points. Get 10 points into this, 10 points into this, 7 points into this, and then just build that way rather than spreading it all out, because the enemies do get harder fairly quickly into the story. Like at the point that I'm at, I can't run through and just blow everything up like I used to be able to. So I've had to respec to be able to better deal with my situations that I get into now, because I was just not strong enough to beat things up.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, like the combination that I use right now on my paladin, I use a point ability called Holy Area, and it drops a big AoE, and then when it goes off, it pulls all the enemies to the middle of it. And then I've got another ability called Wrath of God, and it calls forth the energy of sacred thunder into your weapon and inflicts 5,715 damage to nearby foes. So I get everything around me, use the Holy Area to suck them in real tight, and then do that Wrath of God, and crap just dies.
Yeah.
I use the Q and W. I don't know what they are, but I put all my points in those two. Does that help?
Not really, because like he said, we haven't played that class, so we have no idea what it's like.
Yeah. I'm playing a gun lancer, in case anybody forgot. But yeah, I just suggest paying attention to the quest, and you can always look at your map and see where you're going. And I use the quick points a lot of times if I need to go too far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I use those things all the time.
Yeah.
I use those things to save myself 3 seconds of riding my horse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And at first, I was talking to people, getting a lot of rapport points, but I found out that sometimes you just need to just go back to it, save all your stuff, and go back to it later, because that's when they more or less really help you out later in the game. And I also heard a tip: don't use your percentage potions. Use your potions that only give you a certain amount, because later in the game, a lot of people, you're more likely to use the percentage potions that actually gives you more than what you would at a lower level. And you can make them when you're higher level, but they're more expensive when you're higher level. So they said to save those to when you're higher level. Use the potions that give you like 60 health or 100 health or whatever. I can't remember what the low health is. But use those when you first get, and save those percentage potions till later.
Yeah, like the one I'm using right now is just a major healing potion. Recovers HP by 968 for 8 seconds.
Yeah. And trying to think of something else I came across. I read that you're supposed to take apart your weapons, but I haven't found a weapon that I can do that to. It's either destroy or drop or sell. Have both either one of y'all came across where you could like take it apart or whatever? Or is that tier or what?
You can take them all apart.
I haven't seen an option to take it apart. I see destroy, drop, or sell.
Yeah, so the destroy, it when you open up your inventory, down on the bottom of your inventory on the left corner, I think is the dismantle option.
Ooh.
So you would click on the dismantle option and it would pop up another screen with a bunch of empty squares in it. Whatever you can dismantle should be like highlighted.
Okay.
So like all your armor, all your weapons, dismantle all of it because it gives you.
See, I wish it would help me out there because I couldn't figure it out. So.
Yeah, so what that stuff does is it gives you like this, I think it's called like usable item dust or some other shit like that. But it sells for more than what the actual items are worth.
Yeah.
So like
that's
you
saw.
could have a completely stocked full inventory of armor and swords, and you could go to sell it all, and you'll get 150 silver pieces or whatever the currency is.
Yeah.
Or you take the 2 different stacks of the stuff that you get from dismantling and you put that in and you get like 1,500 silver pieces. It gets worth quite a bit more.
Yeah, because you took your time to take it apart and get what they want out of it instead of... Yeah. Which I can understand. So... That's cool. All right. Well, is there anything else I can think of?
No.
All right.
Not
Well,
off the top of my head.
I guess that's the end of this week. So hopefully next week we'll have some more good tips to give to you. I'll work a little bit harder to get some.
All right. Hold on.
Wait, should this have been our last one or next week should we?
Next week we should switch, I think.
Okay.
Because
I was thinking we were a week off, so that's right. I'm holding. Go ahead.
I was gonna let you just go ahead and end it, but I'm gonna forget this if I don't say it right now.
That's all right.
So just another quick tip: the game's very linear. Like you go from one point to another and to another and to another, and all your quests are along the same path, whether they're side quests or main quests. So if you see an exclamation point where there's a quest to pick up, just pick it up because you can do all the quests as you're going through these areas, and it'll save you from having to go back and try and get extra XP later if you just run through. Get them all as you're going through these areas because the whole game seems, at least so far through level 34, is very linear.
That's true. You can do everything on the fly. There's no need to rush. But that like I was just saying earlier there, just you don't need to read the quest text for everything. You can just grab those. But it's completely up to you though. I don't like reading quest text of side quests. So I'm more interested in the main lore of the game. So I like to watch the cutscenes.
Whether you read it or not, I would definitely, if you see a quest, pick it up.
Yeah. I like those quests, so.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes things appear to move a lot faster through the game while you're doing, 4 or 5 different things all at the same time because they all have to do with the same enemy. It's not like World of Warcraft where you have one quest that will send you here, and then 6 quests later you have another quest that sends you here, but it's from the same person, or the person right next to him, but it doesn't come available till you do the other 6 quests. Whereas with this game, it's all available to you at the same time. It's like, okay, you're going here. Do you mind grabbing this while you're there?
Yeah,
And then maybe killing this thing while you're there? It'd be much appreciated. Just,
exactly.
kill 3 birds with 1 stone. It'd be awesome. You're like, yeah, I'll do it. And then you get back, and then they're like, hey, now we just want you to go talk to Frank that's at the next spot where you're going to be grabbing the next handful of quests. Cool. Sounds great. See you later.
Yep. I like killing 2-3 birds with one stone.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for this week. Next week's our final episode for Lost Ark, and then we'll let you know what we're going to move on then. And so until next week, have fun playing the game.
Play the shit out of it.
Deuces.
You really need something new, man.
Cracks me up every time.
And cut.
If you would like to reach the show, you can email us at mmonoobspodcast@gmail.com.